Hi friends, it's Mrs. Smith. I miss you guys so much in the library. I thought that I would read you a story today, and I have my son Noah with me today.
The best kid in the whole wide world.
So he says, I don't know. So we're going to read this story, and let me know what you think in the comments.
It's called The Boy Who Was Raised by Librarians.
And this is Rex, my dog. He likes to be right where we are all the time.
Hello, doggy. I love you.
Yeah, he's kind of a pain.
But he's adorable. Look at him.
Yeah, he's kind of sweet. So the story that we're going to read today is called The Boy Who Was Raised by Librarians. I know a boy who was raised by a librarian.
I wasn't raised.
I'm raising you. Doesn't that count? And I'm a librarian.
No, you didn't really raise me. I got born from you.
And I'm raising you. Okay. The Boy Who Was Raised by Librarians. The author is Carla Morris, and the illustrator is Brad Sneeze. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this.
My name is Brad. I created the book.
Noah is silly, and he needs to go back to school.
No!
Melvin lived in the Livingston Public Library. Well, he didn't really live there. He just spent lots and lots of time there. He wanted to know a lot about everything. He was curious. And the library is a wonderful place to be if a person is curious. Everything had its place in the library, and Melvin liked it that way. His favorite books were always in their places, lined up on the shelves like soldiers, and his favorite people were always in their places behind the reference desk.
It wasn't. Why is it called? It was raised by librarians if it doesn't even live in the life.
Because he spends a lot of time there. When Melvin was barely tall enough to see over the counter, he started going to the library after school every day. He made sure to stop by the reference desk for a chat with the librarians. They were always happy to see him. "Hi, Melvin," Marge said. "How was school today?" Betty asked. "How's the weather out there?" asked Leola. Melvin loved the librarians. Whatever he was interested in, they were interested in too.
That one doesn't really look like a librarian.
What's a librarian supposed to look like?
Girl.
But they're all girls.
Yeah.
Boys could be librarians.
Usually there are girls, though. They look crazy.
So most librarians are crazy. "Where can I find some information about snakes?" he asked one afternoon. "Well," said Marge, "how would you like to raise a snake all by yourself? Here's a great book, Raising Snakes in Your Bathtub, from cute baby racers to big ugly cobras." Ooh, I don't think I'd like my kid to bring that book home.
Yay!
Betty chimed in. "Here, dear, an arts and crafts book, making snakeskin purses, shoes, and other matching accessories."
No.
"Hey, snake poems and blessings," added Leola as she found 42 snake websites with just 3 keystrokes. That's how librarians are. They just can't help it, and that's why Melvin loved them.
She found a book about dead snakes. It's not. Tell them about my thing with animals dying.
Noah loves animals, so it makes him sad if he thinks about them dying, so he doesn't want to think about snake skins. In first grade, Melvin and his class went on a field trip to a real field. That afternoon, he ran to the library to show his friends his treasure, a big mason jar filled with all kinds of bugs. "Look what I have," he called as he burst through the library doors. "Can you help me identify them?" "Melvin, don't run in the library." Melvin tripped, and the jar sailed across the room. All 87 specimens of caterpillars, cooties, and creepy crawlies were loose in the Livingston Public Library.
There are cooties in there. I don't want to get cooties. Isn't cooties a disease that is called by, you know what?
I don't know. Marge, Betty, and Leola quickly organized an emergency rescue squad. The bugs were retrieved, identified, classified, and cataloged within 20 minutes. How'd you do that so fast? Asked Melvin. That's how we are, explained Leola. When we see chaos, began Betty, we organize and catalog, finished Marge.
What do they mean organize? What do they do to... Did they kill the bugs?
No, they're just organizing them and labeling them so they know what they are. It's in our nature. She pulled out a field guide to insects and handed it to Melvin.
You have cooties, don't you?
I don't think so.
Do you even know what the word...
To apologize, Melvin gave the librarians a beautiful bouquet of flowers picked from the library's garden. Then he stopped to examine the aquarium next to the circulation desk. Don't put your hand in the fish tank, Marge warned him. But I was wondering, said Melvin, how many kinds of fish are in the whole world, and all the lakes and all the rivers and all the seas, and how much does the whole world with all the dogs and cats and houses and cars and tractors weigh? The librarians were very busy with other patrons, but Leola knew just where to find some answers for Melvin. She sat down at a computer with Melvin, and they found the answers together. She couldn't help it.
Hey, guys.
That's how librarians are.
I know how many fish there are in the world. 30,000.
You think?
That's how many different kinds of fish there are in the world, Mom. Do you say different kinds or every single fish?
He said, how many different kinds, I guess.
So that's 30,000.
In second grade, Melvin was cast as the enormous eggplant in the school play. He practiced his part with the librarians. Now say your line again, said Leola, as she shelved the new Caldecott Award winners. Project your voice to the back of the auditorium, said Marge in an alarmingly loud and clear voice. But be natural, said Betty. Try to look like you're not acting. She read aloud from Organic Gardening magazine to help him find his motivation.
Look at him.
The audience gave the enormous eggplant a standing ovation. Do you guys know what an eggplant is?
It's a type of weird vegetable that's not even related to an egg.
Nope, it's not related to an egg. You're right.
Hey, have you guys heard of FGTV?
Oh, what is that?
YouTube channel?
Are you interrupting my story?
Just 1 minute. They actually said it's on a video. There was an egg on one. They were playing a game and they said an egg, and they also in a thing that they made pasta. There was an egg and an eggplant, and they said it's weird because it's an egg and an eggplant, and they don't even look related.
Okay. Melvin attended all the library programs. He was always the first person to complete the summer reading program. He loved the after-school specials and the Reader Guys book club and movie nights. He came to all the story hours, no matter the hour. But the spend the night in the library party was the best. Betty read the kids a bedtime story. Melvin curled up in his sleeping bag near the encyclopedias. Surrounded by thousands of books, he felt rich and happy.
Like book rich?
Yes.
Is that what's a thing?
Well, I guess that's a thing. In third grade, Melvin started a baseball card collection. He would spread his cards out on a table in the library and organize them into teams, players, and rookies. Betty showed him how to store them in acid-free, archival-approved boxes, and Leola found him a price guide on the internet. They couldn't help it. That's how librarians are. That's why they had to get ones that were acid-free.
Why would there be acid in a card?
Oh. In fourth grade, Melvin entered the complete and unabridged A to Z spelling bee. Marge suggested he read the 100th edition of Words to Know every day after school. Not surprisingly, he won first place. In fifth grade, Melvin won the gold and silver trophies in the Know Every Town, City, State, and Country in the Solar System Geography Contest. Marge, Betty, and Leola were so proud of him, they couldn't help it. That's how librarians are.
But, is that cheating because he reads the books every day?
No, that's getting knowledge so you learn it. It's not cheating. In sixth grade, Melvin entered the extraordinary, completely out-of-your-mind science fair. The librarians helped him find information about all the projects that had ever won. Melvin came up with a winner. In 7th grade, he was picked to be on So You Want to Be the Smartest Kid. Marge, Betty, and Leola burst with pride as Melvin answered questions so fast that he blew out the circuits on the computer, keeping score.
Hey, Mom. Those girls are cat persons because I see cats.
Yeah, they do have cats, don't they?
Wow. You hate cats.
I don't hate them, but I don't want them as a pet.
But the kittens are cute.
They are. Every day after school, year after year, Melvin came to the library.